Hi, it's Adrian Bo here from NG Farah, and I'm delighted to be with Glenn Farah. And what we're bringing to you today is the sales wrap for our business in the months of December and January. And we're very fortunate in hindsight to look back now with a sales volume, Glenn, of over $60 million.
G'day Adrian, how are you?
Very well, yourself?
Great. Well, it's a strong market. It's a strong market, and we've sold a lot of properties in December, January, and traditionally that time of year is slow. So people are very keen to buy. Some people are getting a little bit anxious, and as a result of that, we've got some great sales to highlight to our viewers, and we'll go through those in our core areas.
Yes.
Randwick, Coogee, Maroubra, Malabar, Little Bay, Clovelly, Pagewood, and give our viewers some confidence if they're thinking about selling, and if they're looking at buying. We have got some great listings coming on in February and March.
Definitely.
So let's get to it.
Well, what I noticed, Glenn, being in the field, is that a lot of properties were sold prior to December. So anyone that had their homes on the market during the months of December and January, this year was quite the anomaly where you didn't have the traditional people going away on holidays, or at least for extended holidays. So what did that mean? People were more focused and had more time, energy and effort, and a higher priority really to look for real estate. So the beneficiaries were the people that had their homes on the market, and we're still expecting another 40,000 Australians to return home due to COVID restrictions overseas. So that's also going to provide another injection of buyer demand into the next 3 months, I believe.
It's nearly the perfect storm for real estate, Adrian. We've both been in this business a long time, but the scene has been set. Australians aren't travelling overseas. They're spending more money on their homes, and the expats, to compound that, are coming back. They're bringing their money back into the country, and they're spending money on real estate. So that compounds that problem. It's not a problem, but it's a problem if you want to buy a property, because property prices are on the rise.
No doubt. And it goes back to the old saying where your home is your castle. Now, that's never been truer now, where you can entertain more at home, you would spend more time at home, and you would work from home, because there are obviously still concerns with the pandemic at the moment, and that's placed a higher priority on people working, spending time at home and entertaining at home. So let's have a look at a few of the sales, like number 1 at 291 Arden Street. Now, that did stay on the market for quite some time. Now, when I say it was an 8 to 9 week campaign, the reason I want to highlight it is it was the first time in about 60 days that I saw an investor purchase a Coogee apartment for probably a 2-month period. So that tells me that bricks and mortar is still a very safe choice. Sure, there's no doubt the yield for that was only around 2.5% to 3%, as opposed to your traditional 5% yields, but it still says that capital growth is a priority, and based on the cash rate, in the banks of 0.1%, you're still in front, and there's still some negative gearing opportunities given that the Liberal government did remain in power.
And confidence. People are confident in property. So that's translating to more sales, high prices across the board. And you just mentioned one sale. There was a property in Randwick that you sold, Adrian, for 3.6 million, or what was the exact price on that one in North Randwick?
That was 20 Pine Street for 3,567,000. You know, freestanding, smaller block, but nonetheless quite a good street. Randwick North, as you know, is a premier enclave, and you know, certainly a lot of people that had missed out on properties and were quite competitive and robust in their bidding to achieve quite a few $100,000 over the reserve price for that property.
Alexander Parade at Coogee South, Martin Farah and Billy Codwell just exchanged one at $6.5 million in January. People are very, very keen to buy in Coogee. They're prepared to pay a premium. Coogee is just going from strength to strength.
Look, it's a lifestyle choice, Glenn, and there's a reason people want to live in that Coogee and surrounds. I mean, you've got the Coogee Pavilion, which, thanks to the Maryvale Group, has really put Coogee on the map, and obviously the school catchment zones is a massive attraction point as well.
Connecting to Coogee, we've got Clovelly, Tell me about it.
Well, look, that one, did offer, multiple accommodation in terms of 5 bedrooms, 2 levels. One of the examples where it may not have sold at auction, but sold soon after for $2,640,000. And frankly, as disappointing as that might sound for buyers looking at the Clovelly market, that is an entry point into the Clovelly market. There's no more affordable property than $2.64 million. It's attached. It's a semi with no parking, and that's what you're going to need to pay to get into that Clovelly precinct.
On the main road too. So Clovelly is very strong, Randwick's very strong. Let's move across to Maroubra. I know Cameron Airlie sold that 1-bedroom unit in Bonavista Avenue for $820,000, which clearly indicates that Maroubra is also going from strength to strength. There was another sale in Malabar Road, just opposite the Housing Commission, that he sold for a touch under 1.65 for an original semi-cottage on the main road.
Now, what about Stephanie, your daughter, outstanding agent and developing into an extremely professional agent? She's had some success in the last couple of months as well.
She's had some great success, mainly around that Coogee Randwick area where she's focusing on units at the moment, and there is a big demand for units because they're affordable, and people find the entry point of the market to get their foot into the door is a priority for people, and she's servicing. And Stephanie's ability to service clients is her greatest strength because people want to be serviced, not just vendors but buyers.
Some terrific agents within our group, Glenn. You've got Theo Karangas, you've got Cameron Airlie, you've got the new group with the Malabar office that's emerging, and we're welcoming some terrific agents into the group, some very experienced, some newer agents, but certainly a very relevant and organic fit into our business, both culturally and geographically.
Geographically and culturally, you said it, Adrian, but I love the Malabar region. I love that whole southeast. I think that represents a lot of growth, and having a dominant position in the market is going to be great for our company and our people to service our clients. So the Malabar office, the inclusion of Greg Gladstone and Peter McGuinn to our team and their sales team is only going to complement our team. They have the same culture as we do, and we are definitely focusing on growing that market share and servicing our clients and being able to direct our clients into properties that will grow in value, that will give them that lifestyle, and they'll get that enjoyment. And that's what it's about. Buying property is about enjoying the lifestyle of the house you live in.
And what about our young associates, Glenn, in Harrison, in Connor, in Evan and Jack and others that are really more than apprentices? They're I would say more experienced in some occasions than so-called standalone agents in other businesses, and very competent in the listing and selling process, and really do a lot of heavy lifting on behalf of the business, including David Yakub as well within that. What a great young nucleus of energy and skill.
Without that support, we can't be doing the business. I think we did 48 transactions in December, January. Without that support staff, that does not happen. The amount of work they do behind the scenes, the vendor communications that they assist with, the exchanging of contracts, just making sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. It's important to ensure that when you are engaging an agent, that everything is done to a very high standard.
I think in summary, it's terrific that we've had over $60 million worth of sales in the last 8 weeks, but the best part of that, folks, is that we have assisted dozens of families realise their dreams, whether they're a buyer or a seller. And you know what? That's our currency for Glenn and I and the rest of the business owners at NG Farah. It's not the volume of sales, it's the satisfaction we receive from assisting families move forward in their stage of life.
Property is your greatest asset. When you decide that you want to sell it, you don't want to compromise. You want to deal with someone that you trust and someone you believe in. And I really believe that when people are ready to make that decision, they will make the right decision based on what's best for them, not based on how cheap the campaign might be or how much someone might discount the commission. We're achieving outstanding results because we love this business and we love people, and we get that satisfaction, as you said, helping people realise their dreams. So we'll continue to do that. We've been doing it a long time and we're enjoying it, and we're very passionate about it. So on behalf of myself and Adrian, we'd like to wish everyone all the best for 2021. Please reach out to Adrian or myself or any one of the sales staff that we have throughout our 4 offices in the southeast. We're always willing to help you and look forward to seeing you at our open houses.
See you next month, folks.